Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about regular expression. Regular expression is basically a method for us to search through text using patterns. So let's get started. We are going to break the topic of regular expression into three sections because regular expression is a general topic that can be used for any programming languages. So in section 1, we are just going to discuss regular expression as a general topic. In section 2, we are going to discuss how to implement regular expression in Python. And in section 3, we are going to do some fun projects on Harry Potter novel using regular expressions. Right now, the first project that I can think of is to extract all the professors' names in the Harry Potter series. Another project that I'm thinking of is to extract all the proper nouns in the Harry Potter novel series. Proper nouns are names that identify a person, a place, an organization, etc. They are nouns whose first letters are capitalized. In this video, we are going to leverage this regex101.com. Regex is the shorthand for regular expression. Specifically, we are going to cover topics for wildcard character, escape character, character classes, character set, quantifiers, groups, or characters, anchors, and regex flags. This is the website for regex101.com. Under these test string sections, this is where we are going to enter the text that we want to search through. As you can see, I'm pasting the first two sentences of the Harry Potter novel. I also have a section of phone numbers that will help us to understand how to search through digits using regular expression. I also have a random sections that will help us to understand how to use quantifiers. And then lastly, I have some examples that will help us to understand how to use the OR character. On the top, this is where we are going to enter the regular expressions or the patterns that we want to search through our text. Another thing I want to point out is on this website, when you see this gray circle, that means there is a white space over there. And then when you see this return arrow, that means there is a line terminator over there. On the top, under this regular expression section, this is where we are going to insert our pattern or our regular expressions to search through the text. The easiest regular expression is simply the literal text. For example, I can type they. As you can see, the website automatically highlights the matches for you. From here, we can easily visualize that there are two matches. But also on the right, we can see the match information. Here again, we can see that we have two matches. Not only that, we can also see the spanning indexes of this string that corresponds to each match. By default, the literal text is case sensitive so that this they with capitalized T is not one of the match. If we change our regular expression to a capital T, then you can see that we are only having one match now. Let's try another example. Let's see how many times the letter E occurred in this text. As you can see, when we type the regular expression as a letter E, all the E in the text are highlighted. And if we look into this match information section on the right, we can see that there are a total of 40 matches, meaning that there are 40 letter E's in this text. Now let's talk about the wildcard character, which is simply a period. This period matches any characters except for the line terminators. So as you can see, every character has been highlighted over here on these sections. The only exception is this return arrow, which signifies a line terminator. So this wildcard character is very useful. For example, if we want to match for any two letters, with first letter being E and then the second letter being anything else, then we can use this E dot as our regular expressions. We will find matches for EY, ER, ET. There's even an E comma, E white space, E period, etc. Now what happens if we want to search for a literal period? This is where we need to use the escape character, which is the backslash and then period. In this case, we are going to escape the wildcard character to be just a literal period so that we are going to find only 4 matches of the period. Let's now introduce some character classes. The first one is going to be \W. \W matches any word character. A word character is all the lowercase letters and then all the capitalized letters, all the digits, and then the underscore is also part of the word character. So as you can see, everything that we described above, lowercase letters, digits, uppercase letters, and underscore are all highlighted. The comma is not part of the word character. White space is also not part of the word character. This column is also not part of the word character. That's why they are not highlighted. There is an inverse version of the word character which is using the \W, and it's basically just the opposite of \lowercase w is the inverse of the word character or any non-word character. The next character class that we are going to talk about is \lowercase d. This \lowercase d matches a digit from 0 to 9. So as you can see, all the digit has been highlighted. And again, if we want to do an inverse of digits, we can use \D. Okay, another character class is the \lowercase s. \lowercase s matches any white space character. These include just the white space, also the line terminator, also the tab, etc. And the inverse of that is just \uppercase s. It matches any non-white space character. What we have just described are the most typical character classes that you will encounter when using regular expression. Now, what if we want to match either one character or another character? For example, if we want to match either letter A or letter B, in that case, we can use something called a character set. A character set is enclosed by an open and closed square brackets, and then inside we just need to type in the characters that we want to match, either A or B. In this case, you can see that all the A and all the B's are highlighted because we want to match either A or B. We can also do A, B, C, D, E so that all A, B, C, D, E letters are being highlighted, and instead of typing them all out, we can also do ranges with the hyphen. So A-E is equivalent to A, B, C, D, E. We can also use character set to search through digits. So for example, if I only want to search digits from 4 to 8, then only digits that between 4 and 8 are highlighted. We can add punctuations as well. For example, if I want to search for column, if I also want the character set to include the white space, we can do that as well. Also, there's an inversion of the character set as well, which is adding a character symbol in the beginning of your character set. This means that we are going to match anything that's not between 4 to 8, anything that's not column, anything that's not white space. So as you can see, all the highlighted characters are not from digit 4 to 8 and not the column and not the white space. Now let's talk about quantifiers. There are 3 quantifiers. The first one is asterisk. Asterisk means that we want to match either 0 or 1 or more. So what does that mean? For example, if we type AB asterisk, as you can see, all the A are being matched. All the AB are also being matched. ABBBBB are also being matched because whenever we are adding these quantifiers, it serves as an operator that acts on the letters preceding it. So when we type this B asterisk, we are saying that the B can be optional. We can accept there's no B at all, and we can accept there's one B, or we can accept there are more B. The second quantifier is the plus sign. Plus sign means 1 or more. Whenever we have a plus sign that's preceded by a letter B, it means that we must have at least one B. So we are matching AB, A, B, 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 B. But A is not matched because 0B is unacceptable when we use this plus quantifier. The last quantifier is the question mark. Question mark means that this B can be either optional or it can occur just once. So we are finding matches for all the letter A because this B can be optional, or we are finding match for A, B, but not A, B, 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 B with multiple B's behind A. If we want to have a specific number of repetitions, we can use open and close curly brackets. So for example, if we type A, B, open and close curly bracket of 3, it means that we only want the letter B to be repeated exactly 3 times. As you can see, we are finding match A, B, B, B with only 3 B's. We can also do lower bound and upper bound. So for example, if we want to have B repeated between 1 times and 3 times, we can also do that. In this case, we are finding for A, B, which is B that happens only 1 time, but also A, B, B, B when the B is repeated 3 times. We can also leave the 1 and then delete the second digits. This means that we want the B to happen at least 1 time. So these quantifiers are very useful, but they only act upon the previous single letter, which is our B in this case. But what if we want to match A, B, C, but also A, B, C, B, C, B, C with B, C repeated? If we type A, B, C and a quantifier, as you can see, it doesn't really produce the desired result because this plus quantifier only act upon this single letter C. If we want the quantifier to act upon both B and C, then we need to put them into a group. We can put letter B and C into a group by using open and close parentheses. In this case, we are finding 2 matches, A, B, C, but also A, B, C, B, C, B, C. And if we look at the match information on the right, you can see that we are finding 2 matches. But in this case, not only the match information is produced, we are going to produce the group information as well. This group information can be very useful sometimes. For example, let's say if we want to match a phone number, we are going to match a digit that occur exactly 3 times, followed by a hyphen, another digit character that repeated 3 times, followed by a hyphen, another digit character that repeated 4 times. As you can see, we are matching this phone number over here. And if we put the first 3 digits into a group, then not only we are matching the phone number, the group number 1 also represents the area code. Sometimes this can be very useful if you want to do the analysis on the area codes. On the other hand, there might be times that you have to use groups for your quantifier, but you don't want the regular expression to capture the group information. In that case, you can turn your group to become a non-capturing group. You can do that by typing a question mark column in front of your group. In this case, you are turning the entire group to be a non-capturing group, and then the match information will just return the match and not the group information. Another thing that I want to point out is don't confuse the group with character set. Whenever we are talking about character set, even though there might be multiple letters inside the character set, the entire set only match 1 letters. This is different than the groups because when we have 3 letters inside a group, then we are going to match the 3 letters all together as 1 set. Let's now talk about an OR character. An OR character is basically a vertical bar. So for example, if we type thank vertical bar U, it means that we are either going to match thank or we are going to match U. Okay, so we can use this vertical bar, for example, to search for all the weekday. We can do Monday or Tuesday. But because the day is repeated, can we extract that out? So just to have month and two, and then followed by day. If we simply do that, you can see we are not getting the desired result. Instead, we need to put month and Tues inside a group. That way, this group will match either month and Tues, and then after the group, we are going to match day. In that case, we will match both Monday and Tuesday, and the group for the first match is month. The group for the second match is Tues. Now let's talk about anchors. Anchors by itself doesn't produce any matches. It only signifies the important positions within your match. Usually, you need to combine anchors with other regular expressions to produce meaningful results. Let's see some example. The first anchor that we are going to see is the correct symbol. This correct symbol, when used inside a character set, it means the negation, but when it is used outside a character set, it means an anchor that asserts position at the start of a line. So as you can see, we are having this purple dotted line at the beginning of each line because this correct symbol is matching the beginning of the line, but it's not going to produce any match because the position is not going to span any indexes. It's merely a position. So to make it useful, you need to combine with something else. For example, if I type correct M, then we are going to match any capitalized M that's at the beginning of the sentence. Another example could be correct example. In that case, we are going to match any examples that are at the beginning of the line. So if I'm having another example that's not at the beginning of the line, we are not going to get a match. The next anchor we are going to talk about is the dollar sign. Dollar sign is the opposite of correct symbol. It's going to assert position at the end of a line. So if we want to see the period that's at the end of the line, then we can do backslash period dollar symbol. As you can see, we are only getting 2 matches. The next anchor that we are going to talk about is backslash b. Backslash b assert position at a word boundary. Remember when we talk about word character, it consists of lowercase a through z, uppercase a through z, digit 0 through 9, and plus and underscore. So backslash b just assert positions at the beginning of a word or end of a word. So mr together is a word. We are asserting a position at the beginning of mr and at the end of mr. And is also a word. We are asserting a position at the beginning of and, at the end of the and, etc. So if we want to search for words that begin with T, then you can see that we are matched multiple T's. All the T's that we are matching are at the beginning of a word. So for example, this mysterious, it also has a T, but this T is in the middle of a word. Therefore, this T is not part of the match. We can also put the letter T to the front. That way we are going to match all the T that's at the end of a word. The opposite of word boundary is backslash uppercase B. If we use T followed by backslash uppercase B, we can see that we are going to match all the T that's not at the end of a word. The last topic of this video is the regular expression flags. If we go to the end of this regular expression session, we can see there's 2 letters G and M. And if we click on it, we can see a list of regis flags. There is a global and multi-line that's being checked. This global means that we are going to find all the matches within our text. If we turn it off, then we are simply going to find the first match of our regular expressions. So for example, if I type 1, 2, 3, we are just going to find the first 1, 2, 3. If we turn the global flags on, then we are going to find all the 1, 2, 3. The second flag that I want to talk about is the multiline. Multiline means that whenever we are using the correct symbol or the dollar sign symbol where we want to signify the beginning of the line, now because we are turning the multiline off, essentially we are treating the entire text as one chunk of text, and this correct symbol will only match the beginning of this entire chunk. Now if we turn the multiline on again, then we are going to match not just the very beginning but all of the position that signify the new line. Another flag that I want to talk about is this insensitive. Essentially this will turn our regular expression to be case insensitive. So if we type THEY with lowercase t, because now the case is insensitive, they with capitalized T is also part of the match. Now I want to talk about the single line flag. So right now when we use the wildcard period character, we are going to match everything except the line terminator. If we turn on the single line flag, then this wildcard character will match everything else including the line terminator. Okay, these are the rules that I want to cover for this video. The rules that we talk about in this video will be sufficient for more than 90% of your application. There are more advanced topics. For example, there is a topic called assertion. Assertion allows you to search for text that satisfy multiple regular expression patterns, but those are more advanced topics, so we are not going to cover them in this video. Before we call the end of the video, let's do one small project that can help us to search for phone numbers in different formats. Okay, let's say we want to search for the phone number in the first format where area code and everything else is separated by hyphen. So we already did that before. We just need to repeat the digit 3 times followed by a hyphen. Repeat the digit 3 times again followed by another hyphen. Repeat the digit 4 times. That way we are going to match this first format of the phone number. The second format, instead of hyphen, we are having white space in between. So in that case, we can leverage the character set. We are going to match not just hyphen but also a white space here. Similarly, we are going to match not just hyphen but a white space. In that case, we are going to match those formats. Over here on the match information, we can see we are finding 2 matches. But now how about if we want to match the third format where the area code is surrounded by open and close parentheses? In that case, we can have an open parenthesis here, but this open parenthesis can be optional, so we are going to type a question mark. And then there is another close parenthesis here, which is also optional. In this case, we are finding all 3 matches. In the last case, where not just the open and close parentheses are optional, but the hyphen or the white space are also optional. So in that case, we can add a question mark at the end of our character set, which will help us to find the very last format where no hyphen or no parentheses are presented. Okay, this is everything that I want to cover for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and then when I see it, I will do my best to answer them. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in my next video. Thank you.